Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we are going to work on our upper body and we're going to create strength and flexibility. So find a little bit of space to move and just remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin today by finding a nice comfy seat. We are going to stretch out our wrists a little bit before we get into the swing of things. So we're just going to turn the palms to face forwards, spread your fingers nice and wide, and then just bring your fingertips to the mat or to the ground. And then you're just going to gently push the palms forward, feeling a stretch through the fingers, maybe into the wrists a little bit. You can spread your thumb out nice and wide. I like to kind of pulse it out a little. Or you can just do one long hold. Feels so good on those fingers. An area of the body that we don't always stretch very often. So you can start to let that go. If you need to wiggle out your fingers a little, go for it. And then just bring the tip of the thumb down. Similar thing, just kind of pushing, bringing some length into that thumb to feel a stretch through that finger. Nice, you guys. All right, and then let's move into the wrist a little bit more. So the palm, let's take the left palm and kind of face it forwards, and then the right hand can just encourage a little bit more length into that forearm, sending the fingertips towards the floor a little bit more than we might be able to do without helping with the opposite hands, and then you can let that go, switching sides. Nice work, you guys. Stretch for the wrist and forearm. And then let that go. You can shake it out a little bit. We're going to do a nice counter stretch here. You can do the same thing sitting, or you can bring your hands, the top of your hands to the floor if you want just a little extra. But if you're doing one hand, just switch sides. If you're doing both, stay another moment. And then we can start to let that go, do a little shake or a little wrist massage if you need it. And then we are going to make our way onto our hands and knees. Table top position. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Bring your knees under your hips, and then using an inhale, drop your belly, start to lift your chest, maybe your chin. And exhale, rounding the spine, push into the palms, open those shoulders, that upper back, drawing the chin towards the collarbone. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale to round. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Just warming up the spine. Do one more if you want it. Or start to come back to a nice flat back. We're going to tuck our toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. Not here very long, so just take a second to let your head be heavy. Maybe pedal the feet a little bit. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Using an inhale, you can look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat, all the way up to the top. With an inhale, lift your upper body halfway. Exhale, folding forwards. Bend the knees and inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and exhale your hands through heart center, down to your sides. Take a nice big shoulder roll. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up, look up, and exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Roll the shoulders back if you want it. And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. We're going to step back into a plank. Into a plank. Nice, you guys. Feel free to lower to your knees. Pushing into your palms. If it's too much on the wrist, please find your forearms Nice work, you guys. Just a few more breaths here. Getting a little bit warmer. Drawing the belly button in. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Awesome work, you guys. If this is not a rest pose, you can lower to your knees and take child's pose. If this is a nice shoulder stretch for you, you can stay here. Awesome work, you guys. So child's pose, if you are there, stay as long as you'd like. If you're in down dog, use an inhale. Look forwards, exhale, walk, step, maybe jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and as soon as you get to the top or your palms touch, use an exhale to fold right back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping back into your plank. So from your forearms or from your palms, set up your plank. Remember, you can be on your knees. If you want a little bit more here, we're going to tap our shoulder with our opposite hand. So that right hand can tap the left shoulder, the left hand can tap the right. And you can switch and tap. And one more. Nice, you guys. Bring your hands down or maybe your forearms and then send yourself back into downward facing dog. Remembering that if down dog is not a break, you can lower to your knees. You could take a puppy dog. We'll go there in a moment. But again, we're going to use an inhale to look forwards. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And as soon as you get to the top, start your exhale and fold back down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back into your plank. Last one before we take a nice big break. So from your forearms or from your hands, add your shoulder taps if you want a little more. Breathe. Nice work, you guys. 3 shoulder taps on each side. I think maybe a few more. I wasn't really counting. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower your knees all the way down. Sit back on your heels. Take all that weight out of your hands. Shake it out. Shake it out. We're going to stay sitting on our heels for a moment. And we're just going to open the chest a little bit. So the fingertips can find the floor just behind you, leaning back a little bit to bring those fingertips down. And then we're just going to lift the chest and pull the shoulders back. So pull the shoulders back, maybe even lift the chin. Nice, you guys. And then with an inhale, you're going to come forwards again. If it's not comfy to sit on the heels, you can stand up for a second. We're going to do that again with the option to go a little bit further. So either the fingertips to the floor or you can interlace your hands together behind your low back. So if you're interlacing the fingers, also think about bringing the palms together and then lifting the hands off of the low back if you can, if you want to go a little further. So we're going to pull the shoulders back, lift the chest, the chin. Same thing. Or similar as before with the fingertips on the mat. Nice work, you guys. Open up the chest. And then slowly let it go. Come back to a nice long spine. Your hands can just rest on your lap. Maybe close your eyes. Take a nice big breath. Nice work, you guys. So we're going to come back onto our hands and knees. Before we get back into the work, we're just going to stretch our wrists one more time so the fingers can either point out to the sides or you can keep turning them maybe to face the knees. Getting into the wrists, the forearms. You can always do one hand at a time here. Just staying for a few breaths, like 3 breaths on each side. And then slowly starting to bring those fingers back to face the front, taking the counter stretch. If you want to just sit and use your hands, no body weight, you can, or you can bring the top of your hands to the floor. If you're doing one hand, switch sides. If you're doing both, just stay for a moment. Awesome work, you guys. All right. Okay. So we're going to do a few more planks. You can be on your hands. You can be on your forearms. So you decide right now. We're going to do a few planks. We're going to spend a little bit of time in our plank because it's a great shoulder strengthening pose. So wherever you want to be, don't get scared. It's not going to be too bad. You guys got this. So find your plank. Remember, you can always do a plank from your knees. We are going to be kind of moving between our side plank, our middle plank, which is this, and our other side plank. So you can start to bring the legs together. You're just going to roll onto the outside of that right knee or that right foot. Start to set up your side plank, maybe reaching up with that left arm. You're going to stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to come back to that middle plank. Legs are together. And then you're going to roll onto the outside of that left side. Set up your side plank. You're going to stay for an inhale. And an exhale, coming back to your middle plank or just your plank. Legs together, rolling back to that right side. Woohoo! Awesome, you guys. Come back to your plank. Feel those obliques every time you twist into your side plank. And you hold it here. One more inhale. And exhale. Come back. High plank or forearm plank. One more on each side. One more inhale. Exhale, hand down, roll back all the way over to that left side. Awesome job, you guys. Take another inhale. Exhale brings you back to your plank. Hold it here. Hold it here. We are almost done. Can we add those shoulder taps? 3 on each side. Yes. Feel those arms working, those shoulders, that core. Awesome work, you guys. Lower your knees if you haven't already and sit back for child's pose. Might feel good to bring your arms to your sides and your knees a little closer together, but wherever you want to be, to take a break. Take a break. Awesome work, you guys. So feel free to stay a little longer in child's pose. We will be coming back to sit on our heels to start. So we're going to do the chest opener again. You can do the same thing with the hands on the ground or interlace behind you, sitting on the heels. Or if you want to take it a little further, maybe try a full camel. You can lift the hips off of the heels, standing on the knees. So if you need any padding under your knees, you can roll your mat in, double up your mat. But our hands are going to find our low back. And just look at your knees for a second. Make sure they're under your hips, so they're not together. They're not really wide. They're right underneath your hips. And then you're just going to start to send the hips forward just a little bit. But lift that chest, pull the shoulders back, lift the chin. If it feels good, you can keep letting the head fall back. If you're able to see the back wall, maybe your hands can find your heels. Nice, you guys. Open that chest. No matter how far you've gone, just think about pulling the shoulders back, lifting the chest and the chin if you can. Awesome work. Let's use an inhale to come back up. Sit on the heels if you aren't already. Taking just a moment here to rest your hands on your lap, to close your eyes, to have a nice long spine. Nice job, you guys. All right. We are going to move into a nice twist. So, come onto your hands and knees. We're going to bring our knees out a little wider than hip width apart. So you're going to be on your hands and your knees. I'm just deciding how I want to bring you guys into this. So you're going to want to take your right shoulder, and it's going to try to find the left knee. So it might not touch that left knee, but if you can get it in front of that left knee, that's going to give you a twist. So take that right shoulder and move it over as close to that left knee as you can, and then try to just rest, relax down. That right shoulder, your arm, your head if you can, and then we're going to take this left shoulder, and instead of bringing it to the floor, we're going to add a little bit more of a twist. So you're going to think about pulling it back. So I like to trace my fingertips actually above my head, and just to help pull that left shoulder back a little bit. Some people like to reach the arm up. That's a little bit more work than having the hand on the floor. But if that works, that works. Nice job, you guys. So the further you go, the further you open that left shoulder, the more you might be looking up to the ceiling. Twisting. Nice work, you guys. This one can be a lot if you go nice and far, but don't worry too much about it. Just find what feels right. You might not even have much of a twist. Your right shoulder might be in front of your right knee. That's cool too. So if you're still in it, I came out. You can start to come back out. Rock the hips side to side, maybe even crunch the oblique a little to stretch out the spine. And then we're going to try the other side. So if I lost and confused you on the other side, you have another chance here. So this time that left shoulder is going to try to come either in front of the right knee or as close, maybe even touching that right knee as you can get it. So kind of coming over to that side, laying down, and then just opening, trying to open that right shoulder. And if you find that it's a little hard to breathe in this position, you might have gone a little too far, so just pull back a little bit. And then using an inhale, if you're still in it, just slowly lift yourself all the way back up. So the knees were out a little wider. Let's just bring them in a bit. Rocking the hips side to side if it feels good. Your hands can stay on the mat, or if you need to take some weight out of the wrists, sit on your heels. But we're going to come into our puppy dog. So you can start to reach your arms out in front, creating some length through your arms, starting to drop the forehead, dropping the chest, keeping your hips nice and high. Nice work, you guys. Just use an inhale to lift your chest a little bit. And slide your right arm underneath. And just drop your chest back down. And using an inhale, let's lift that chest, switching sides, right arm out, left arm underneath. And then using an inhale, let's start to come back. Just walk your hands under your shoulders. We are going to have a seat. So just find a nice, comfy seat. Once you're sitting down, let your eyes close. Take a nice big breath in and out. Awesome work, you guys. So, not quite done yet. If you want to stay seated for these next few moments, you can stay seated. If you want to kind of get a little more work for the shoulders, for the upper body, we're going to flow a few more times. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees again. Tabletop. We're going to tuck our toes under. Downward facing dog. And we are going to flow a few times through our vinyasas. So you're going to use an inhale to come into a high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, back into your plank. Maybe add a shoulder tap. Woohoo! Exhale, lower chaturanga or all the way. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Maybe add a shoulder tap. Maybe 2 shoulder taps. Yes. Awesome, you guys. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more. Inhale, high plank. Maybe 3 shoulder taps. Yes, so good. And I can never count, geez. Exhale, lower. Inhale, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Nice, you guys. Bring your knees all the way back down. Have a seat. I think we needed just that last burner to finish off those arms and shoulders. I needed it, and it was hard. So we're here. We're back. We're sitting. Close your eyes. Rest your hands on your knees, your lap. And just take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Awesome work today, you guys. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Until we meet again, have a great rest of your day. Namaste.